Bo Jackson is the only person in baseball and football history to be named to both All-Star teams. He is, without a doubt, a GOAT. Bo Jackson was born on November 30th, 1962 in Alabama. Jackson was born the 8th of 10 children. His name was inspired by one of his mother's favorite actors. His relatives dubbed him a wild boar hog because he was constantly getting into mischief. His baseball career ended in 1994 and his football career terminated in 1991 due to an on-field hip injury. McAdory High School was his alma mater. He set records as a running back on the football squad and played baseball for his high school, hitting 20 home runs in 25 games. Vincent Edward Bo Jackson was born on November 30th, 1962 in Bessemer, Alabama. He's the 8th of 10 children in his family and has a large number of siblings. He also set state track records and twice won the Alabama State Decathlon Championship. Jackson chose to attend Auburn University on a football scholarship despite being picked by the New York Yankees in 1982. He claimed he promised his mother that he would be the first in his family to graduate from high school. While at Auburn, Jackson also participated in baseball and track and field. He's noted for his uncommon ability to thrive in various sports, with remarkable stats in all three. Throughout his professional career, he earned $6.8 million in baseball and $6.1 million in football. That comes to more than $20 million if inflation is factored in. He got a lot of money through Nike and Gatorade sponsorship deals. Nike promised him $100,000 per year if he would only play baseball and $1 million if he'd only play football. At the height of his playing career, Bo had a 5-year, $7.4 million deal with the Los Angeles Raiders and a 1-year, $2.4 million deal with the Kansas City Royals, in addition to $500,000 a year from Pepsi and AT&T combined, $1 million from Nike and $1 million from Gatorade. In the early 1990s, Bo made $6 million per year from salary and sponsorships. Today's money corresponds to about $11 million after accounting for inflation. After graduating from college, Bo Jackson intended to play professional football. In the 1986 NFL Draft, he was selected first overall by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He declined to play for the Buccaneers after being forced to miss his final collegiate baseball season due to a tour of the team's facilities. The Buccaneers convinced him that the visit was NCAA approved, but it wasn't. And as a result, he was barred from participating in university sports. The Buccaneers' inability to obtain NCAA authorization, he believes, was a deliberate attempt to convince him to play professional football rather than baseball. Jackson signed a 3-year, $1.07 million contract with the Royals and played in 53 games with the Royals' Class AA minor league club, the Memphis Chicks. He was promoted to the majors in September 1986 and joined the Royals roster in 1987. After being released by the Royals due to an injury in 1991, the Chicago White Sox offered him a 3-year contract worth $700,000 a season with an $8.15 million performance-based bonus. Jackson played 2 seasons for the White Sox, 1991 and 1993. He missed the 1992 season due to hip replacement surgery and was placed on the disabled list. With the California Angels, he retired from professional baseball in 1994 at 32. With the 183rd pick in the 1987 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Raiders selected Jackson in the 7th round. After realizing that Raiders owner Al Davis was open to Jackson playing both sports simultaneously, Jackson, who had been adamant about focusing on his baseball career, warmed around to the idea of playing football. He worked out a 5-year, $7.4 million deal with the Raiders that allowed him to finish each MLB season before reporting to Oakland, even if it meant missing NFL games. Jackson was reportedly guaranteed a reputed $500,000 signing bonus by Davis and the highest pay of any non-quarterback player in NFL history at the time. Jackson rushed for 2,782 yards and 16 touchdowns in 4 seasons in the NFL, averaging 5.4 yards per carry. He also had 352 yards and 2 scores on 40 catches. In his final professional football game in January 1991, he suffered a dislocated hip due to a tackle. As a result, his left hip joint developed avascular necrosis, and he would eventually need to replace it. This illness led to his release by the Royals, and he would continue to suffer from it until his retirement in 1994. Jackson owns the Burr Ridge Bank and Trust in Burr Ridge, Illinois, a Chicago suburb, with a group of investors. He's also a co-owner and CEO of the Bo Jackson Elite Sports Complex in Lockport, Illinois, an 88,000 square foot multi-sport complex. In 2007, Jackson co-founded the facility with John Cangelosi. He's also a shareholder in Ingenuity, a food firm. In addition to his sporting accomplishments, he's a well-known restaurateur. In partnership with Jensen Meat, he founded Bo Jackson Signature Foods and developed Bo's Burgers by Jensen. Their collaboration yields a burger produced with premium ground beef from Southern California. Seems to depict a juicy steak taste, which Jensen Meat offers to restaurants, retailers, and food service providers. Bo's partnership with the popular brand Nike was quite special. The now famous Bo Knows commercial series is one of the most effective advertising campaigns. When the commercials first ran in 1989, Nike generated around $40 million yearly from cross-trainer shoe sales. According to Ad Age, within a year of the campaign's launch, Nike had absorbed 80% of the global cross-trainer market and was raking in $400 million a year. As you can assume, Nike was grateful for Bo's efforts as an endorser. The firm was so appreciative that it did two things to commemorate Bo. To begin, each structure on the Nike headquarters campus in Beaverton, Oregon is named after a notable athlete who influenced the company. On-campus buildings are dedicated to Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, and Bo Jackson. A 60,000 square foot premium training facility, a basketball court, a 2-lane indoor track, childcare facilities, and more are all available at the Bo Jackson Sports and Wellness Center. Second, Nike never compensated Bo. Although Bo hasn't played a professional sport in decades, Nike is said to pay him at least $1 million yearly. And unlike Michael Jordan, who continues to promote the company's products, Bo's pay is a thank you note every year. Jackson, on the other hand, didn't stop there. Tecmo Bowl for the NES, Bo Jackson's Hit and Run for the original Game Boy, Bo Jackson Baseball for the NES and IBM-compatible systems, ESPN NFL Football, NFL Street 2, Madden 15, and Madden 16, among others, feature Jackson. He's also made a few television appearances. In 1990, he guested on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as Calvin Farquhar, on the NBC Saturday morning cartoon show Pro Stars, in an episode of Lewis and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, in a 1995 episode of Diagnosis Murder, and Bo Jackson has a net worth of $25 million as a retired professional baseball and American football player. Bo Jackson is often regarded as the greatest athlete of all time. He was undoubtedly the greatest athlete of his generation and one of the most influential celebrity commercial endorsers in history. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Bo and Michael Jordan brought Nike to new heights. Bo Jackson has been at Burr Ridge, Illinois resident since 1991. He bought the mansion for $1.08 million, but his name has remained mostly unknown. After joining the White Sox, he also bought the house and has resided there since. Linda Jackson, Jackson's wife, works as a rehabilitation counselor. Garrett and Nicholas, the couple's boys, and Morgan, the couple's daughter, are the couple's 3 children. Bo Jackson is another athlete whose baseball cards are quite valuable. The most expensive card is a 1986 Topps traded Tiffany No. 50T card, which costs over $2,250. After retiring from athletics, he kept his commitment to his mother to acquire a college education and graduated from Auburn University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Family and Children Development in 1995. Although the sports legend isn't a fan of cars and private jets, he appears to be quite the modest man, only spending money on needs and not wants, and investing in various businesses. The superhero led an exceptional life, earning money in a variety of ways, achieving great success, breaking barriers by competing in 2 sports, and generating headlines by being the greatest at what he does. Be sure to check out Baseball Plus for more incredible baseball videos. See you there.